Then the sky ignited. A monstrous explosion ripped through the heart of Shandong, China. Within seconds, a chemical plant turned into a blazing inferno. The ground shook, windows shattered miles away, and a mushroom cloud of fire and black smoke surged into the heavens like a signal of doom. This was no ordinary industrial mishap. This was catastrophe in its purest form. People ran, screaming, as shockwaves rolled across the city. Surveillance cameras captured the moment of detonation. Walls buckling, steel melting, flames chasing fleeing workers down corridors. It was chaos, total, merciless chaos. The chemical plant, a ticking time bomb of volatile substances, had finally detonated. Emergency services were on the scene within minutes, but they were racing into hell. First responders clawed their way through burning rubble, choking smoke and chemical haze. Explosions continued to pop off like gunfire as barrels of unknown substances ignited one after another. It wasn't just about saving lives anymore. It was about surviving the next few minutes. The scale of devastation was unthinkable. Entire sections of the facility were reduced to smoldering craters. The surrounding neighborhood looked like it had been bombed. Twisted metal, burning trucks, a sky smeared with ash. And then the next fear set in. What was in the air? Chemical plants aren't just dangerous. They're deadly when breached. This facility handled highly toxic substances. Now, the possibility of carcinogens, acid vapors, and poisonous gases floating through residential zones became horrifyingly real. Children, elderly, entire families could be breathing death without even knowing it. And the water? Leaks from ruptured containment tanks oozed into nearby streams and drainage systems. If those chemicals reached the water supply, the ecological impact could be irreversible. The land might be poisoned for generations. How did this happen? Why wasn't it prevented? That's what everyone's asking now. And the answers, if they come, won't ease the trauma etched into the faces of those who lost everything. Witnesses describe feeling the blast through their bones. Doors blew off hinges. Ceilings cracked. Some thought it was an earthquake. Others thought it was war. No one thought they'd live to tell the story. Authorities are scrambling to investigate. Some praise the quick response. Others condemn the lack of oversight. But the deeper truth may be far more damning. A system that tolerates risk, ignores warnings, and gambles with human lives to cut costs. This disaster is now international news. Not just because of the destruction, but because of the fear. How many other plants are on the brink? How many communities are unknowingly living next to the next explosion? And amidst the destruction, there are heroes. Firefighters who entered crumbling buildings knowing they might not come out. Medics treating burn victims in makeshift triage zones. Volunteers helping evacuate terrified families. Their courage lit a beacon in the darkest hour. But bravery doesn't erase negligence. This explosion is a reckoning. It forces us to ask hard questions. How did this happen in 2024? Why aren't safety regulations bulletproof? Who is really paying the price when corporations cut corners? Shandong is now a scar on the map and a warning to the world. This is what happens when danger is underestimated, when protocols are bent, when alarm bells are ignored. And unless something changes, it won't be the last time the sky turns black.